Ramit with us. Ramit, can you hear us?
Yes.
Yes.
Excellent. How are you guys doing?
Good. How are
Thank
you?
you.
Very good. So first of all, guys, it's great to have you back on the Rehab Power Hour. It's been what, about 2 weeks, 3 weeks, maybe?
2 weeks.
Okay. Well, give me a status update. How are things going for you guys?
Well, my dad finished his 30 hour on Saturday or Friday. I can't, well, maybe Saturday. So that's been good. This is on average, has been doing his, 1 hour
Great.
therapy just with the hand mentor. He does other things as well.
Okay.
So that's good. One thing, I shared this with Matt,
Sure.
that his therapy, his OT did an assessment on his wrist range of motion, and she saw a big improvement. She had to do it for like insurance purposes, and I told her that we're gonna try a new before, when we were in the process of getting the hand mentor, I shared it with her, and she said she's never heard but about this. So we got it anyways, and she also mentioned in the email that it could be very well for the reason of using the mentor.
Sure.
So that was good news. We have I have been, based on the presentation that you had last time on how I was on the call, that try to use or just try to challenge your left hand, even if there are things that you can't do, just try slowly doing that. So one task that we're doing at home is trying to open, get his left hand on a doorknob and try to open the door. And it's amazing how over even 2 weeks, we're seeing, a lot more persistent and consistent movements of, how he grabs the doorknob or door handles and tries to open the door. So that is also very, good and satisfying for us. So yeah.
This is awesome. This is super real, like really happy Nick right here. I'm overwhelmed, guys. So this is great.
Thank you for your your effort. And as a caregiver, I see the difference. Every single move that my dad can do, it's a gift to me. The more independent he is, he's happier, I'm happier. It's a better life. So we want to appreciate you for your knowledge, for your skills, for your time that you're giving to the patients and their families. So we want to acknowledge you for that.
Well, thank you. Geez, what a great way to have a Monday. So thank you for that. And I think we're not done here, right?
No.
We're gonna keep going.
Yes, of course. And so, for the people who are new on the call, my dad is more than almost 6 years. He had his stroke beginning of 2015.
Yeah.
So it's been a while, and as you mentioned at the beginning, a lot of doctors, everyone almost told, oh, this is never going to come back. And he had no movement at all in his arm, and slowly by just not giving up and repeating a lot of tasks, this is how far, he now has some, movement. He can try to open, the door. So, we never gave up. He never gave up, and we're seeing, progress.
Yeah. I think you guys, first, you guys are highlighting such of the most fundamental things here, and that is you have to keep going. And you guys are actually doing one of the most important things too, and that is taking the gains in range of motion and strength. I call these kind of foundational, elements, right? For all of us to operate in the world, we have to have the ability to move in range of motion. We have to have the strength to move our bodies against gravity, for instance, or for instance, holding up in a door. But you guys are doing the exceptionally important aspect of this, and that is taking those fundamental principles and then applying them to real function, right? Meaning you are taking what you now can move more and you have some strength, and then you're then forcing it into tasks. That is that translational element, which is so crucial. And I can't commend you guys to a higher order than what you guys are doing now. And so I think this is a massive story that everyone should really hear, and that is take the gains you have and then begin to apply them in daily life. And then the ultimate goal is that those daily life tasks that you're now calling your rehab just become your normal daily life.
Yeah.
It's just your normal function. And so that's wonderful.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you so much. And just I pulled up the email from his OT. She told me that he has gained 20 degrees of active wrist extension.
Yep.
That's
incredible. That's incredible. That's incredible.
Thank you.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm not one to rest on laurels. So hopefully you're not either, Ramut. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna keep going.
Yes, but right? We're gonna keep
okay. Very good. So we have some inertia, guys, and so let's with some momentum. So let's do it. Should we do a little bit of a check then? If we have such a big change in range of motion, we should make sure that we're getting sufficiently hard exercises, because we don't want to shortchange ourselves, right? This is that other important aspect is if you gain those movements, if you gain that ability to move more, you have to then the sort of the stimulus has to come up and meet you, because it has to be a little bit more challenging than what you can do now, and that's really what's going to bring us up to the next level.
Yes.
Okay. So I don't know. You guys are right in the middle of fishing, looks like right now. But I guess we can probably go back to home on the top left. Okay. I am seeing a couple things, guys, I want to be cognizant of. So if you, how are you positioning the Motus Hand right now? Are we still on that flat surface, or we have some ability to go down? Yeah, there it is. So one thing. Now here, we're kind of cheating ourselves, guys. So let's make sure that you can actually go down into flexion. Okay. So right now you have the pillow there, but if you can remember, we can't go down fully into flexion. So let's go ahead and maybe move that pillow a little bit, or potentially it looks like there's a table there.
Yeah,
okay.
There's a table here.
Okay, that's fine. But maybe try to move the pillow even further back, I'd recommend. Even a bit further back. Yep. So there you go. So now you can see that we can actually go down more into flexion, guys. If you saw what was going on there, I love the positioning for the shoulder, right? Really nice arm, shoulder, and elbow positioning. But we also don't want to cheat ourselves, right? If imagine my arm is a flat surface here, I'm using the Motus Hand, I can't go down into flexion.
Got
so
it.
I have to have enough of overhang, if you will, to actually go down into flexion and up into extension.
Got it.
So,
okay.
Yep. So that's just it's something to be cognizant of. If we change positions using the Motus Hand in different places, just be cognizant of that. Do a quick system check. Can I move through the full range of motion? If yes, then proceed.
Got it.
Okay. So let's go ahead. I think you guys are on the home. So let's go to telehealth for me real quick. And then we'll go to assessment, please. Okay. So I've got our sort of existing values here, but let's go ahead and beautiful. So let's have you, let's go ahead and go all the way up into extension for me, as far as you can. Up.
All the way up. All the way up.
Very good. Very good. Okay. And then we'll go all the way down into flexion for me. Beautiful. Pretty good. And relax. Okay. So you guys can see the data coming in on my side. You can see those nice extension curves there. So I'm actually going to kick over here and do a quick passage check to see how much change there is. So you guys may hear the Motus Hand kick in. Okay, there we go. And so let me know when you start to feel the Motus Hand move you for the very first time.
When does it move you for the first time? Okay. No cheating. وقتی اولین بار که تکون میخوره بگو.
No.
Okay, very good. Very good. It took about a degree of movement there to detect that. That's pretty good. And again, that's a quick check for me during this. I'm learning three things really. I'm learning sensory discrimination. I'm learning how much passive range of motion there is, and also how much tone there is. And actually, guys, I would love the opportunity to have your therapist come on. If she's, is she or he, or who is the?
I invited her, and she said she'll join if she can. So
okay, sure.
Hopefully next time.
Yeah, I mean, this is one of these things, right? Individuals don't know about us because we spent so long trying to make sure the science is sound, and unfortunately, we're now in that game of trying to help people learn about this.
Sure.
Okay, you guys still doing okay? Oh, I love it. Seeing that bimanual, doing some mirroring, very good. Okay, and we'll go almost all the way up here. Already getting more than where we were before, which is great. Okay, very good, very good. Still doing okay?
Still doing okay?
Yeah.
It doesn't hurt?
Okay. Very, very good. Yeah, that's about, so I think, if I remember correctly, we actually saw you guys in between your therapy session. So I'm seeing about 10 degrees difference here. So we might have seen, maybe your therapist saw you before you started using it, but
that
about
was
10
like
degrees.
about maybe 2 months ago when he started.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm seeing a 10-degree change in that value than what we saw before. So that's pretty good. So we'll go down here. That's 10 degrees in 2 weeks. Is that right? I saw you 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
Okay, very good. Okay, so I'm actually going to change a couple of things here, guys. I'm going to decrease our flexion angles. It looks like we were getting some more flexion as well. And I'm going to increase our extension values. Not all 10 degrees, because I think that could be potentially too big of a shift in one go. We'll go kind of halfway.
5.
All right, okay. So I'm going to go ahead and make these modifications and let me know, how are the games? How are the exercises? Any ones that you like, any ones that you don't like? I'm happy to make those changes now too.
Sure. Yeah, I think the ones that he likes is he likes the fishing one. He doesn't like the one that's like a thermometer because it's I think it's kind of counterintuitive for him.
Mhm.
And it's the first game, I forgot what it is. He likes that one too.
The strongman one?
Yes.
Okay.
And also I made the suggestion to Matt as well.
Okay.
It's going to be, I think, at least for our perspective, going to be beneficial if there could be a feature of sound kind of navigating the person on what to do. Because I think a lot of times when I sit, and I've told this to his caregiver as well, now push down harder, or like push down, like the moment I say that, I think it's just that translate to sort of a signal in his hand too. So I think if you can have, for people who don't need it, they don't need to use it. But for, at least for my dad, I think it's going to be beneficial that, I know there's an error, but if there is a sound that would actually tell him what to do, maybe that will help too.
Yeah, that's great feedback. And I think we're going to work on that. I've been thinking about the process of what we call multimodal sensory integration, and many people are learn differently. Some people learn about with kinematics, right? The touch. Some people learn with visual. Some people learn with auditory. And so I think that's a great option. And even having the ability, let me know, guys, what you think about maybe even having the ability to select certain ones, right? Maybe I want visual and auditory, or maybe just the auditory. So I can imagine that being deployed, but that's really great feedback.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna go forward, and what I'd like you guys to do actually is, let me just check how much time you have right now. 5, 10. Okay. So I think we're pretty good. So we're set on time. I'm actually gonna can I add a new game?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. Any sort of preferences? Do we like card games?
So he doesn't like that. The card games. He didn't like that, but he likes the fishing one. He likes the strongman. He likes there's a sort of a space.
Yeah. Okay.
Likes that one too.
Okay. I'm going to increase some of the time a little bit on these as well. And then what we'll do is that prescription is going to you guys right now. And I've made those modifications to the ranges of motion.
Perfect.
So you guys can actually go ahead and go back on the top left. And then what I'd like you guys to do is to go back into some of the actual in the home here. And I'd like you to just go through a couple of the games. I know you already started some of the actual sessions today. So just go through and maybe go to the games that are most fun for you guys. And then let me know how things go.
Sure.
So I'd like to do.
Can I ask a
Yeah, go ahead.
question? How can I choose, like, are these games in a sort of a sequence, or can I just pick a game and
So I can change the order of them. Right now, it's kind of a straight line throughput.
that's
But if you, yeah, but we can maybe have that. That's a good suggestion. And my engineers, my software developers' ears are burning whenever I come on to Rehab Power Hour, because we have so many good ideas. It's just a matter of can we get them?
good.
Yeah, yeah. So that's a good suggestion though, about being able to select that. But if you guys have like specific order you'd like them to be in, you can always just email me and I can change them really quickly.
Sure. Perfect. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Yeah,
I
of
don't
course.
want to hold you up. I know there are other people who are on the call, and I appreciate, again, all you do and your time and your knowledge. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Yeah, it's always wonderful to work with you guys. And I know as always, we're running past our normal hour-long session. I apologize, guys, but if you will bear with me, I'll stick around as long as you guys still have questions for me. So I'll stick around. But thanks so much, guys. I appreciate you being here.
Thank you.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
of course. Very good. And so those settings are